Hey guys, what is up? My name is Austin, and a trend that we've been seeing lately in the world of technology, mostly in smartphones, is that you don't have to pay more money to get something that's really good. Now, Lenovo's Ideapad 100S brings that concept over to the world of laptops, and for under $200, it does that exceptionally well. The 100S is a very portable laptop with an 11.6-inch display. Lenovo classifies this laptop as a thin and light, and with a thickness of just 17.5 millimeters at its thickest point and a weight of 2.2 pounds, it definitely fits that category. It's built out of all plastic but doesn't feel cheap, and the display features a solid 180-degree hinge for use at any angle that you would ever need. The screen doesn't flex too easily, and everywhere else on this laptop, including the keyboard area, feels surprisingly sturdy. Around the laptop, you'll find two USB 2.0 ports on the left side, and on the right side you'll find a micro SD card slot, headphone microphone combo jack, HDMI out, and the power input. A USB 3.0 port would have been nice to see, but I was still totally fine with the port selection on the 100S. Inside, the 100S sports a 1.3 GHz quad-core Intel Atom processor with integrated Intel HD graphics, 2 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of eMMC flash storage. Now, even though these aren't powerhouse specifications, in day-to-day use, the 100S felt surprisingly snappy. Now, you wouldn't obviously want to attempt any intensive tasks like photo and video editing, but for casual stuff like web browsing and HD video playback, you'll be perfectly fine. I was even able to play the Windows 10 edition of Minecraft at 60 frames per second. Now, in terms of connectivity, the 100S is sporting wireless and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.0. I would have loved for the Wi-Fi to be wireless AC instead of N, but I had no problem staying connected to Wi-Fi, and I was still getting perfectly good speeds. I tried using Remote Stream with the game Rocket League on my Xbox One, and on the lowest quality setting it was actually playable. When you open up the 100S, you're greeted with an 11.6-inch 1366 by 768 LED glossy display surrounded by a decently thick bezel. The colors are vivid and text is impressively sharp, but both the viewing angles and brightness levels weren't the absolute best, and they could be improved. Above the screen lies a 0.3 megapixel webcam with a dual microphone system, and the dual microphone system actually doesn't sound that bad, but the webcam, the 0.3 megapixel webcam, tops out at only 360p video, and it just is not that good. But if you're just going to be doing something like Skype or Google Hangouts, I think you'll be totally fine. In the past, Lenovo has been known to equip their laptops with excellent keyboards, and even though this is a budget laptop, the keyboard is fabulous. The keys are very clicky with a good travel distance to them, and they're nicely spaced and positioned. It's overall a really comfortable keyboard to type on and use. My only complaint would be the lack of any type of backlight, but that's to be expected at this price point, and I can totally live without it. Similar to the keyboard, the trackpad is nicely positioned and sized, and the buttons do work, but it lacks one main thing for me: multi-touch support. It's completely usable without it, but in my opinion, it would be a much better experience with it. On the software side of things, the 100S ships preloaded with Windows 10 Home Edition. Now, one thing that I absolutely hate is bloatware. Most of the time, it's unnecessary and just slows things down. With the 100S, you do get a few Lenovo apps and a 30-day trial of McAfee, but I've seen way worse, and thankfully none of it actually slows down the computer like I've seen with bloatware that other manufacturers pre-install on their systems. Plus, it's all uninstallable and non-intrusive, and on top of that, Lenovo also gives you a free 1-year subscription to Microsoft Office 365. I wasn't bothered by any of the installed software, so it gets a pass from me. Arguably, one of the most important things in a laptop is battery life. The 100S sports a 31.9 watt-hour battery, and Lenovo claims that this will give you long battery life, and I do agree with that claim. I used this machine at various brightness levels, and for the most part, it made it through every day of use I threw at it. So things like web browsing and other light casual tasks, battery life just wasn't a concern. Even the wall charger is a pretty compact charger that doesn't consume much power. Now, unfortunately, the 100S's standby time isn't the best, and if the battery does die, you have to let the computer charge up for a couple of minutes before you can use it, which can be a bit of an annoyance. Alright, so at the time of this review, Lenovo is selling the 100S in 4 different color configurations for $180. Whether you're somebody who wants to use this laptop as their main machine or as a secondary machine for lighter tasks, I do believe that Lenovo's Ideapad 100S is definitely one of the best options out on the market in terms of price to performance, and in terms of value, this is going to be tough to beat. But go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.